The hardest thing about consistency is the fear of missing out. Let's be real. Like, why is consistency so hard? Because everyone wants to be consistent for the goal or reward at the end. That's what consistency is promising. Otherwise, what's the point of being consistent unless you're consistent at the bad thing and you're getting the instant rewards? And consistency can come very easily when it comes to negative compounding. But when it comes to positive compounding, consistency is the hardest thing, mainly because of the fear of missing out. And let's be honest, we're not all robots, and we all do want good moments in life. And sometimes consistency can be broken when we choose to fall into that fear of missing out of good opportunities and quality. And let's be honest, like, we all want to be able to laugh and enjoy life. Like, we only have one life. We're only here once. And if we're just like being consistently robotic and sticking to the same thing and not getting any enjoyment from it, and we're just looking at the destination and along the way we're not enjoying the journey, then consistency will be broken. It's not sustainable. And that's where a lot of people go wrong and fall off their path, because throughout the way, they're not enjoying it and they're like, what's the point? And then the fear of missing out creeps in and they start enjoying life and it takes over their goals. So they're actually really missing out on the destination that the consistency can bring. But what they're not seeing is that the destination, the journey along the way to the destination, is what it's all about. It's about enjoying those small moments. So instead of thinking I have to go and do this to reach my goal, it's I get to go and do this. And that becomes your identity. Consistency will not stick unless your identity is not shaped around the actions that you are taking. And your identity can be, yes, I am a disciplined person, but I'm also a fun person that likes to enjoy what I'm doing while I'm sticking to the goals that I said I'm going to do. And it's looking at the things that you've said no to that have shaped you into the identity or the person that you've become to stick to these goals, and remembering the negative impact that that instant gratification brought you, and not dwelling on it. Because if you do dwell and look back, there's a verse in the Bible, it's the story of Sodom and Gomorrah and Lot's wife. When they left Sodom, it was falling down with firing brimstone, and the angel said to Lot and his wife, don't look back or you'll turn into a pillar of salt. And Lot looked back. So if you're on your journey and you are missing the reason why you're on your journey, and you do look back and you go back, then you will fall back into the negative habits, into the direction of becoming the person that you're trying so hard to steer away from. So be joyful with the decisions that you've made, and think about the destruction that it brought, so you can live in the present moment while you're doing the hard things, thinking this life is actually really good. Even though it is painful and sometimes it is boring, I'm going to make these boring moments memorable. And sometimes consistency can be very hard also, not just because of the fear of missing out of good quality moments, but because sometimes life just throws absolute curveballs at you. And sometimes when you're really upset and you're just like, or angry even, or just frustrated and annoyed that things aren't where they're supposed to be, sometimes you just do not want to do anything and you want to wallow in your own self-pity. But think about how much of a pussy you are when you do that. Like, when you're doing that and you're not doing the things that you said you're going to do, you're just going to keep wallowing and get lower. But just say life throws you a huge curveball and then you go do the thing that you're going to do anyway. I'll give you an example. Once I broke up with this girl and I was devastated. It felt like a family member died. That's literally how upset I was. Like, my heart was just absolutely smashed to pieces. But I made a commitment to myself to stay consistent and just do the incremental small little tasks that I said I'm going to do, so it compounds into something big. And I went to the gym wearing sunglasses, literally crying, like crying over heartbreak while I was doing squats. And in between sets, I lay on the floor with my sunglasses down, crying, wallowing in my own self-pity, yes, but still doing the stuff that I was going to do. And what that did was, like, I just went to the gym with sunglasses on and I was crying. Like, who does that? Only absolute fucking legends do that. Like, only absolute warriors go into war broken. And this is a message for you, is that you're never going to be 100% along your journey. But to remain consistent, you must know that you are going to be broken at some point, but you must stick to the things that you said you were going to do, even though you are upset, because no matter what you do, you're going to be upset. So just do the things you said you're going to do. Yes, it's important to see friends. Yes, it's important to allow other people to support you. The best way to support yourself is to allow other people to support you. So ask them, hey, I'm upset. Can you come and help me and push me? And if you got real friends, they'll come and do it. And if they don't, then they're not supposed to be there for you anyway. Or if they're busy, just like see them when they're free. But don't allow the world to dictate your identity. Because if you do that, then you'll just have nothing good in your life. And consistency, if it's towards positive, will bring goodness into your life. And that's just one of the laws of the universe. Or like, yeah. So consistency is hard, but I'm not here to like tell you it's all going to be okay and don't worry, you don't have to do the things that you said you're going to do. I'm going to like be giving you hard love and say, get up, you pussy. Like, stop being a sad, miserable person, because life is waiting for you. You can be sad. Okay, all right, I will say that. You can be sad. But get out there. Be an example. Set the example. Yeah, I am going to go on those dates. Am I going to be sad? Probably. But like, at least they'll get to see a side of me that I don't usually show. And this might lead into something. Same as like going into your diet sad. Like, and you might just hit your macros even better. Or like after you eat like the good food, you may feel full and accomplished and confident. Even at the gym, you go inside, you might even push a little bit heavier. It may be your best workout. It may be your best day of your life, if you just continue doing the things that you said you're going to do. And as long as you set out to do those things because of the purpose that God has called you for, then do not step off that path. Because if you step off that path, goodbye, Jack.